Mood hit me. Morning, everybody. Welcome to the Reverend Guitar Circle Ranch. I'm here with Jeffrey this morning. Say something, Jeffrey.
Hello.
You were supposed to say something, Jeffrey.
Something, Jeffrey.
Thank you. It's like you're new here or something. LG says, hi, everyone. She could not be here this morning. Sorry to disappoint you all with Jeff's presence.
But story of my life.
It is. We're very excited because we've been working on this for a really long time. And I sat down and I felt the metal this morning. Why did I feel the metal this morning, Jeff?
Seems like you've been feeling it all week.
I've been feeling it all week. You know, I've been, because, you know, we're all friends here, right? We're all friends here. It's this, I'm into that one. I keep trying to work it into something. There, I just worked it into something.
Yeah.
Right? Am I right?
Yeah.
This is the Reeves Gabrels Dirtbike Royale in Feline Gray, because all cats are gray.
Mine aren't. I know.
But they are in a cave, Jeff. Okay? And this color, how did this color even come about, Jeff?
Reeves specifically said, I want this color.
Yeah, I mean, that was, yeah.
That was
and
a good choice.
we looked at a few grays. And but I really do think that in order to come up with a specific shade that we were looking for, I looked up the color code for the color of Johnny Cola's car, his Kia, because I had seen that car and really thought it was sweet looking. Yeah. And literally, I think that started us sort of down this path. And but it is sort of as if you put a glossy clear coat over a primer. Basically.
It is primer gray.
And there is no flake in this. It is not silver. It is gray, and it is very cool, and it is exclusive to the Reeves Gabrels Dirtbike Royale. This is where you will find this color in the Reverend line. And note, we have sort of of course, it's all bound, binding and neck. This is an ebony board, as all of the Dirtbike Royales are. Ebony. Locking tuners, tilt back bound, headstock. These are Mojotone. This is the Hot Quiet Coil 90 and the Quiet Coil 90 in the neck. And these pickups destroy. I mean, you heard me playing metal on P90s. They're noiseless. My opinion, they don't particularly sound like P90s. I think the Railhammer and Nuevo 90s sound more like actual P90s themselves. But they look like P90s and they sound like really good humbuckers. I mean, really good humbuckers. Like the string-to-string clarity is excellent. They have that mid-range peak that you get, I think, from just having the row of pole pieces. They really just sound killer. They sound killer clean. They sound killer with tons of gain, and they do the in-between thing well. My problem with most, boy, I was beating on that, wasn't I, Jeffrey?
Yeah.
My problem with most, this is different than, they sound different than most stacked P90 pickups that I've screwed around with. I've screwed around with like a lot of, I screw around with a lot of DiMarzio pickups over the years. I like the look of P90s, and Joe has, of course, been, with the old, when I used to play the old slingshots, I spent a lot of time screwing around with noiseless pickups for my slingshot because I had a Bug-Eye Chrome slingshot that I thought was the coolest looking guitar ever. And I liked the way the pickguard looked all blacked out. And so I didn't want to put humbuckers in it, right? And I tried lace stuff and all the DiMarzio stuff, and it all, boy, every time you stack them, it just quit sounding like a P90, and it started to sound like there was a blanket on it. And I kind of like the DiMarzio soap bars with the two rows of pole pieces, but those are full-on humbuckers and this soap bar cover over them. These don't sound like there's a blanket over them. I mean, they're great sound. I'm not here to espouse the Mojo pickups particularly, but I know that's why Reeves likes them so much. They're I mean, that's the bridge pickup isolated. And then both pickups on. And the neck. And you can tell between the bridge and the neck, that bridge has this is the hot version, and there's so much output that it's hitting the front end of the tube amp a little bit and getting a little squishy. But it's still got that sort of spanky top end, like chimey thing happening. They work great with the bass contour control. Jeff, I'm going to give just a little more edge on the amp here, okay? Just a tad. Is that all right? Roll out the bass contour on the bridge. There's that thing again. Still, chimey and responsive. But then if you're, you really want to lay on the gain. And the neck pickup on the lead tones. Put on my clone. Whoa, the clone. The clone was running hot. Hit the fuzz. That's that Red Rider I'm so happy with. It works great. Heavy distortion, mild overdrive, heavy fuzz, clean sounds. Yeah, thanks, Reeves. Thanks for bringing these pickups to the table. They're very, very cool. And of course, in our Sensei platform with the Carina body, it's punchy. There's a lot of mid-range presence. I think this guitar gets the best out of these pickups too. The Party Red version of this guitar is, of course, still available. And if I wasn't running around here this morning like a chicken with my head cut off, I would have put one up here. I've got one in the back, and I just completely, right?
Yeah.
Feline Gray. What you got out there, Jeffrey? Does anybody have any questions for me? Is Reeves watching? I saw that
Reeves is watching.
I saw that Reeves posted that I was going to be doing this. Reeves, I wish you were here. I'm going to see Reeves in a few weeks. I'm heading out to the New York area, and I'm planning on stopping by Collar City Guitars in beautiful Troy, New York. And maybe Reeves and I can get together at Collar City and turn a camera on, and Reeves and I can talk about these.
Perhaps you can.
That would be fun.
Yeah.
I would like that. We'll make that happen. Because obviously him demoing it is way more interesting than me demoing it.
You said it, man.
Yeah, buddy. I said it. Hi, Reeves. Thanks for watching.
So Patrick Tracy wants to know, okay, he says, can we get the story on where the name Dirtbike came from, please? Thank you.
Wow. I like that. Okay.
Yeah. Start with
all right.
the origin story.
You know, there's some video of Reeves and I together, and Reeves discussing this, but I'm going to paraphrase it, obviously because I'm not Reeves. So, but Reeves liked the idea when he was a kid. He had a cool Schwinn, and he liked the idea that his bike was always waiting for him outside the door, and that he would grab his bike and go. And when he came up with the Dirtbike guitar concept, the original Dirtbike has his signature railhammer pickup in the bridge only and the Wilkinson trem, and it's on the Sensei platform with the inline 6 headstock. And at the time he was living in Nashville, and he would do like pickup gigs with his friends down at the 5 Spot or whatever, and he liked the idea of the guitar that is just sort of hanging out in the family room that he can just grab and go out the door, and it's going to suit all of his needs. You know, just a sort of stripped down version of his signature model, and he equated that with the bike that was always waiting for him when he needed to go somewhere and do something and have it be outside of his door. And he made that connection, and so the original Dirtbike guitar is the color of his bike when he was a kid. And we are bringing that color back this year, the Reeves metallic blue on the original Dirtbike. Might be fun to do a couple of these in that color too. It's a beautiful color, isn't it, Jeffrey? It's a beautiful color. Wouldn't you like to see a couple of these in that color? I would. I'm going to talk to Reeves about that. So that is the origin story in a nutshell. Reeves describes it much better than me because it's his story.
Yeah, that's typically how that works.
Right, that's usually how that works, yeah.
Rob has a question. He says, does Rev use audio or linear volume pots? He's getting ready to rewire another guitar. He wants to mimic his buckshot.
Yeah, they're audio pots, indeed. Usually alphas. We use some sort of higher quality, what they call plus or minus 5% pots that Gabrels has specified, and as long as they fall within that specification range, different brands have been used over the years, but they are, most of the time, they're alpha pots, indeed. What else you got, Jeff?
Reeves is chiming in on a little bit of stuff.
Oh, good.
To clarify the reasoning for the Mojotone choice,
Yes.
he tried all the hum-canceling P90s out there, and these were the best at that Leslie West P90 tone.
Yes. Yes, I'd play a mountain riff for you if I knew one. But Reeves can do that.
Yeah.
Indeed. Yeah, there's just something about the mids in the soap bar, and these pickups, like I said, they sound like really good humbuckers, but without losing that mid-range character of a P90. I mean, I think they're really cool. I wish these pickups would have been around in the 90s when I was playing the punk rock more. I would have loved these pickups and guitars. Yes, indeed.
Nightshade says, will there be any guitars in single coil format again, like the 6-gun TL?
Never say never. I don't have any immediate plans for 3 single coil guitar other than the Jetstream 390, but the Jetstream 390 has sort of ruled that roost. Everything else just comes along behind it as far as sales and things are concerned. So at the moment, I don't have anything on the drawing board, but that can always change. Again, the 6-gun TL, I would have liked to have kept around, but sales kind of pushed it off to the side. I'm guessing it will come back at some point because that's a great guitar, for sure. That bridge pickup in that platform is happening, indeed. So the answer is, yeah, someday. Sorry, I wish I could be more specific. I really do, indeed.
Blue Vito, it's curious if there's any Floyd Rose bridge plans in the future.
Ah, the Floyd question. We, at the current time, are leaving the Floyd Rose guitars to the people who do them best. It's just never really been in our wheelhouse or a part of our brand. The Wilkinson trem, the VS50 trem, when set up properly, you can just wail on. I know I do. Reeves certainly does. He's a good person to have here while this question is being brought up. On the original RG1 signature model, we actually route out the top of the body so that he can get up pull on the Wilkinson trem, and he's always looking for a minor third on the G string, if not a major. And he's able to do that on his guitar. And like I said, with the nut slots being done properly, the way that Wilkinson bridge, all of the hardware on the Wilkinson locks together, so there's no springs on the saddles. You have to loosen an Allen screw to set the intonation, but once you have the intonation and the string height set, it all locks down and it becomes one mass like a Floyd does, so you get that initial attack that you get from having the bridge being a solid mass. And then with the locking tuners and the nut slots done properly, I mean, I completely slack the strings on my Wilkinson guitars in performance, being a goofball, but you know, it's not the most musical thing in the world, but it is fun, and the guitars stay in tune just fine. So at the moment, no, we don't have any Floyd Rose plans. It's just not really a reverent thing. Can you dig it? I can dig it. Wait, check this out. I don't know why, I just felt like, because I always play all this like pretty stuff. And I was thinking about how pretty this guitar sounds clean, and I'm just sitting here like, you know, wailing away. There.
It was a nice interlude there, Ken.
It was an interlude. That's exactly what that was, a musical interlude. I'm glad you picked up on that.
We just traveled through the woods.
Yeah, yeah. Mm-hmm.
Frederick wants to know if there's any plans for the Descent series.
New colors this year on the Descent RA. We're gonna do the avocado burst that has been selling so well on other stuff. It's been popular, so we're gonna put that out on the Descent RA this year. And then this week we just I wish I had one here. I was kind of planning on it, and then we were busy, so stuff is sort of coming in and out. But we just sent Silver Sparkle Descent W's to Wildwood Guitars in Louisville, Colorado. They got short run, half a dozen Rosewoods, half a dozen Maples. The Descent W Silver Sparkle looks sweet. I did a quick demo video a couple days ago that you can find on my Instagram page at haas.ken. I don't know if
it's on the website.
Oh, the little Silver Sparkle thing is?
Yep. Not your video.
Oh, the guitar's on the website.
The guitar's on
I was going to say, yeah. I mean, I demoed the guitar and tried to show it off a little bit. Penny might have saved it, might have shared it in the Reverend story over on Insta, so you might be able to find it there. If not, you can look it up on my Instagram at haas.ken. And yeah, Silver Sparkle Descents. What else did Wildwood get this week, you want to ask? I'll tell you. They got some blue Sparkle Eastsiders with the soap bar and neck. Those are wicked looking. And they also got some black Sparkle 6-gun HPPs. One of my favorite guitars. Oh, look at this, Jeff.
Oh, Ken, I believe that's a you problem.
That is a me problem. The 6-gun HPP and black Sparkle. They're also, they have a short run of those coming to them. So Wildwood stuff, doing a lot of cool limited runs over there. And then all those bayonets that I was sitting here with last week, well, I got mine. It's right here. All them bayonets are, if they're not at the tone shop already, they should be there today, folks.
Well, speaking of the bayonet,
Yes.
Scott says the bayonet custom from last week was awesome.
Thank you very much,
Any other
Scott.
new models coming out soon that you can tease? Although you kind of just...
Yeah, I mean, I did some teasing. Yeah, there's stuff is happening. And again, not as fast as we would like it to be happening, but stuff is happening. But this is happening. These, I know some of these went to Svetvater. That's how they say it in Germany.
So it's also how they say it in Indiana.
In Germany, in Germany they say Toman is what they say. In America they say Sweetwater. I know that a few of these went over there, and I know that a few of these went to Wildwood, and they're heading out. These are shipping right even as we speak. They are being set up and shipped in the back. What else?
Was that more German?
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah. Yeah.
Lou wants to know if we've ever tested or tried any Burns pickups in our guitars.
I have not. I know very, very little about that, about the Burns pickups. There is so much product out there that as versed as I try to be on things, I just, as far as what competitors are doing or whatever, for some reason I'm into the stuff that I'm into, but I don't get a lot of stuff in here to check out, and I don't get a lot of samples. And pickups in particular, we don't really, as far as Revert is concerned, we don't stray outside of our own pickups unless, like an artist like Reeves requests something specific because he's looking to do something specific, which is why, and we're not adverse to it. We have like I said, the Mojo pickups in this, and of course the Mojo guys, I've done their guitar show in Raleigh before, and I've been friends with those guys for years, so I was happy to work with Andrew and Mojotone a little bit. Really good people. Of course, we use the Rio Grande pickup and the Watt Power bass because that does a thing that Mike was looking for specifically. But with all we have going on with Railhammer and of course with Joe's pickups that he designed for the Reverend guitars, I don't look around at a lot of what's going on as much as I should. So,
Angry Red Planet wants to know. He says, "I'm not familiar with that bridge. Can you talk about it briefly?"
Oh, I forgot about the bridge. Thank you for bringing it up. And I'm wondering if that is the Angry Red Planet, the Detroit band. Yeah, what I can't think of his name. Jeff.
Is it Jeff?
No, it's not Jeff. You're Jeff.
I am Jeff.
God.
Can confirm.
I've already been down this road.
Well, might as well talk about the bridge.
I can see him. There's a great Detroit band called Angry Red Planet. I have their record in my office. Little Pigs was one of my favorite records. Been around the area when I was growing up. This bridge is the Wilkinson Bridge, and it has a series of letters and numbers, which I don't remember. Had Penny been here, she would have had it written down on a piece of paper on the floor. It's one of the reasons why we miss her.
I get it, Ken.
I'm coming over here to show. So this is a really cool wraparound tailpiece, the ability to further fine-tune the intonation on your G string and your B string. And Reeves, watching, can probably explain to you why he likes the wraparound bridge. But there is an initial attack and sustain thing that comes with the wraparound, and that sort of harsh isn't the word, but the attack is fast. And I can see how that ties into the Leslie West P90 tone thing, the mountain thing that Reeves was discussing. And everybody has a ton of different opinions on wraparounds versus tunumatics versus strat string through the body things. I like everything and can make everything work. Reeves wanted to do something a little bit different with this guitar and was familiar with this bridge from Wilkinson and requested it specifically. And so there you have it. There are more details about this bridge as far as the part number and stuff is concerned on the website on the Dirtbike Royale page. Thank you.
Correct.
Correct.
Ryan Sloan
Hi, Ryan.
says, have you seen any mods to a Reverend that you think would make a great standard feature, like on the modified Reverend groups?
Wow. That's a tough one. I'm thinking.
I can see those dusty wheels turning.
So it's interesting. So part of the Reverend thing, part of Naylor's ideas at the start of this was to sort of incorporate the popular mods or the things that made sense right into the production guitars, hence the locking tuners on everything, and the bass contour control, of course. I sort of feel that the bass contour, my personal opinion, eliminates the need for multi-switching or coil tapping or things of that nature. I think that the bass contour provides more usable tones. But that's just an opinion. I know that guys really, really like that stuff. Me personally, I haven't really seen anything that I would consider putting into the production line. I don't like multi-switching things, but then that's me personally. I'm a sort of a bridge pickup guy. And I think the collaborations not to keep coming back to it, but I think the collaborations that we do with the artists check a lot of those boxes, like the Sustainiac version of the Reeves model, for instance. That's a thing. The Sustainiac installs are a thing that a lot of people do aftermarket, and we're offering it in one of our guitars. I think that checks a lot of boxes for a lot of people. So, and the Anderson guitars too. The way the East Siders are set up, with the height adjustment on the neck pickup and intonatable bridges. Greg's guitars with the Fishman's already installed, and the Wilkinson bridge that's on the Greg guitars with the adjustable brass saddles and stuff. There's so many of the artist things that we do have these cool features that are specific to the artist, but those are also cool mods that you see people doing in the aftermarket, and we're addressing a lot of that stuff in a lot of our artist guitars. So I guess I haven't ever seen anything that really jumps out at me as something that we would need to address. Boy, I took a long time to answer that question, but I'm still trying to think of something, Jeff, and I honestly, I can't really think of anything off the top of my head. And I'm not saying that I'm adverse to that. I think we're covering a lot of ground.
Sure.
Can you dig it? Mm-hmm. All right, I can dig it.
Marvell says, will the Jetstream 390s be coming out with rosewood fretboards in 2022 like the other lines?
Yes, everything is going back to rosewood, and rosewood is shipping now. Mm-hmm. So if you're waiting for something to be shipped somewhere, it is going to have a rosewood board on it where it used to have Paul Faro. That is happening. There are still plenty of Paul Faro guitars in stock out there in the world, I believe. I don't really know what's in stock. No idea. I can't keep track of what people have and what they don't. But yes, rosewood boards are happening across the line. What else you got, Jeffrey?
Well, second part of that was, is the trick shot ever coming back?
I sure hope so. We got to get the trick shot back. This comes back around to the single coil question that we had earlier. The 6-gun TL and the original trick shot are on the short list of things that we need to get back into the line. So we'll work on that eventually for sure, as things free up. Yes, indeed.
Bob wants to know if there's any news on the Club King, like new colors.
Yes, indeed. There is a new color on the Club King. I think I spilled the beans on that last week, didn't I, Jeffrey? Did I spill the beans on that?
I don't know, man. Everything.
What is it? A coffee burst or is it a tobacco burst?
It's a 3-tone burst.
It's a 3-tone burst.
Nice track,
even better.
Yeah, I agree.
Yeah, we're going to be doing a 3-tone burst Club King this year. I don't know when. I don't know when the shipping date is going to be, but we're working hard to get some Club Kings in stock because that got really, really backordered. And we kind of want to lean into that Club King 290 again.
It's the one that's missing from my collection at this point. I need to get me a Club King.
Yeah, Club Kings are sweet.
Yeah. I
think, outside of the signature model stuff, as far as the production guitars are concerned, I think the Club King is one of the most original nailer designs. I mean, the Club King and the Aersonic are like the two guitars that really nobody else is making anything like them. And they are bad to the bone. And the Club King with that big body and the spruce top and that super twangy bolt-on neck. That's why our good friend Andy Martin plays it so much doing pedal demos. He's kept that. He is our guy on the Club Kings, for sure.
Oh, yeah.
Indeed.
Project Louder wants to know if this is going to be available via EU dealers.
Yes, the EU dealers all have this on order. I don't know exactly when they're shipping over there. I don't know what the order of things that's going out is, but yes, for sure, it will be available. I would be surprised if there weren't already a couple on the way to Scotland and the UK, but again, I hate to say that is not my department exactly.
Correct.
Yes.
Can't be definitive.
Right. It cannot be definitive.
Ryan White just had some nice things to say.
Thanks, Ryan.
He says, I just want to give a huge shout out to Reverend's customer service. I've had to reach out twice over the years, and they are so unreal good. He just got his Roundhouse RA in the beautiful flame maple purple.
Oh,
his
cool.
mind is blown. It's an incredible instrument.
Well, thank you, sir.
But he also says he would love to see a dirt trike someday, like 3 P90s, which I thought was pretty good. I like a dirt trike.
Dirt trike. I like that.
Yeah.
I like that.
Pretty good.
I wonder what that would sound like. Especially with these pickups, it would be hard to say because I often, it would be a fun little experiment, wouldn't, don't you think?
Yeah.
Because the humbuckers next to each other can sound a little weird, but now as we've experimented with around here, 3 Railhammer hum cutters next to each other they sound great. The in-between positions sound really cool.
There's a video of that.
Yeah, I would be curious to see what something like that would be. But not my call. This is a signature model.
True.
So, indeed.
I mean, we have 3 P90 pickups, guitars.
We do.
We do.
We do.
Michael Krause wants to know if there's anything getting Ebony, now that we're talking about fingerboards. Yes.
These?
All the Reeves have Ebony, correct?
Mm-hmm.
Every one of them.
Mm-hmm. Yes. He is our Ebony board hero. Also, Sensei RAs and Robin Fink Senseis. Right? Is Robin's Ebony? Robin's might be Rosewood. Yeah, they're all.
Hang on, there's a spec sheet behind me.
we have them all laid out on the table
Robin's
here.
Ebony.
Folks. Yeah, I thought it was.
Yeah.
I thought it was. There is some Ebony stuff mixed in, but mostly just in the signature line where it has been requested.
Sensei and
Yes, indeed. Outside of that Sensei RA, where it just makes sense because it rips. What else you got, bud?
Ross wants to know if there's any news on when the Manta Ray might come back to the lineup.
Not yet, but I'm working on it diligently. That is something that is being worked on even as we speak. It's going on in the background. It won't be this year for sure, but we're working on it.
Adrian says, what are the settings on your amp?
On this bad boy here, everything is straight up 12 o'clock on the EQ. Treble, middle, and bass are all at 12, and the reverb and the tremolo are off, and the volume is at about 2.5. It's just pretty straightforward. I kind of use the amp to just be a reflection of the pedals and the guitars that I'm playing. I don't like to over EQ things around here because I want you to be able to hear what the guitar sounds like, plug straight in with no pedals on. That's what you got. Look at me, man. I keep wailing on that thing.
Yeah, well,
New strings. Sorry, everybody. That's it. That's what that car sounds like running straight into it. Yep.
Eddie G World wants to know if the maybe Italian purple 6-gun HPP.
That would be cool. At the moment, we're holding steady on the Italian purple with the double agent and the Jetstream 390. The 6-gun HPP is going to be featured in a special series that we're doing this year celebrating an anniversary that we have coming up, and details on that will be coming in about a month or so. I'm hoping to have more details on that mid-March. So, or you might have to wait for NAMM. You never know. You never know how these things work. What else you got, Jeffrey? I think I need to wrap it up unless anybody has any questions for Reeves. Is Reeves still hanging around in the comments?
I'm not sure. Yeah. Johnny Cullen wants to know what's up with the next Rick Vito.
Oh, Johnny, I do too. I do too. The next Rick Vito is done. Prototypes have been made and approved, and we just need to get it into the production schedule. My guess is you will be seeing that in January of 2023. And it is awesome.
It's bad to the bone.
Yeah, it's bad to the bone. It's a really, really cool guitar. I think you guys are going to like it a lot. Well, thanks for tuning in, everybody. I'll get with RG about the two of us getting together next month out in Troy, New York, and maybe we can discuss this thing a little bit more. I will be back here in a week, hopefully with LG, and we'll come up with something cool to talk about because there's all kinds of cool stuff
Reeves
running
said
in
he's
here.
still here. Play more.
Don't put me on the spot, man. Cool. Thanks, y'all. Everybody have a fantastic weekend, and I will see you next Friday here at this old place, Circle R Ranch. This is Ken. Stay warm.